Who are you, really? I'm Lily.
And I'm Sam. And apparently I don't know the answer to that question. A new episode every single day. Subscribe now so you never miss one.
Before we get into today's story, let us tell you what's waiting in this episode.
We're talking about personality, how to describe who you are in English, not in a generic textbook way, in a specific, natural, real way.
I'm going to give you 5 essential words that go way beyond. Way beyond means much further than I'm nice or I'm friendly.
And I'm going to tell you about the personality test I took online last week that told me I was someone I completely don't recognize.
There are expressions coming that make describing yourself sound genuine instead of rehearsed. There's a metaphor, common mistakes, including 2 false friends. False friends means words that look similar but mean completely different things that trick almost everyone.
And a quiz that's going to make you think about your own personality in English.
Stay with us. By the end of this episode, you're going to know exactly how to describe who you are in any situation to anyone.
So, Lily, I took a personality test last week.
Oh, how did it go?
It told me I'm an extrovert. Extrovert means someone who gains energy from being around people, naturally sociable and outgoing. Outgoing means friendly and comfortable in social situations.
And you disagreed?
I didn't disagree exactly. I showed Marco the results and he laughed for approximately 45 seconds without stopping.
What did Marco say?
He said, Sam, you need 3 days of silence after a social event. You plan your exit. Plan your exit means think about how and when to leave before you arrive. You once left your own birthday party early because you needed quiet.
That does sound more reserved. Reserved means preferring not to show emotions or thoughts openly. More private, more quiet, more careful. Careful means taking time to think before acting or speaking about what you share.
I'm reserved, not shy. There's a difference. Shy means you want to connect but feel afraid. Afraid means feeling fear. Reserved means you connect deeply. Deeply means in a meaningful, significant way. But carefully. Carefully means with thought and consideration. I choose who I open up to. Open up to means share personal thoughts and feelings with.
That's a really important distinction. Distinction means a significant difference between 2 things. Now, ambitious. Ambitious means having a strong desire. Desire means a strong wish or want to achieve. Achieve means successfully reach a goal, something significant. Having drive. Drive means inner motivation and determination.
She's incredibly ambitious. She knows exactly where she wants to be in 5 years, and she's working towards it every day. Or, I've always been ambitious, not in a competitive means wanting to be better than others way, just in a I want to keep growing. Keep growing means continued developing and improving way.
That's the best kind of ambitious, the kind that pushes you without pushing others down. Pushing others down means making others feel lesser in order to elevate yourself. Now, empathetic. Empathetic means having the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person, to genuinely feel what someone else is going through. Going through means experiencing, especially something difficult.
She's so empathetic. She always knows exactly what you need to hear. Or, I think one of my strengths is being empathetic. I find it easy to put myself in someone else's shoes.
Put yourself in someone else's shoes, that means imagine yourself in their situation, seeing things from their perspective. Perspective means point of view, the way someone sees things. That's a beautiful expression for empathy.
Marco is the most empathetic person I know. He noticed something was wrong with me once before I even knew myself. That's empathy at its finest. At its finest means at its best, at the highest level.
And finally, resilient. Resilient means able to recover. Recover means return to a normal state, quickly from difficulties. Flexible. Flexible means able to adapt to change. And strong in the face of. In the face of means when confronting, when dealing with. Challenges. Challenges means difficult situations that test your ability.
She's incredibly resilient. She's been through a lot, but she always finds a way to keep going. Or, I've become more resilient over the years. Setbacks. Setbacks means things that slow your progress or push you back. Don't knock me down. Knock me down means cause me to fail or give up, the way they used to.
Resilient is one of those words that sounds simple but carries enormous means very large and significant, weight. It's not just about being strong, it's about being bendable. Bendable means able to flex without breaking, like a tree in the wind rather than a rigid. Rigid means stiff, not able to flex, wall.
A tree in the wind, not a wall. I love that.
Here's the metaphor for today. Think of personality like an iceberg. What people see, first, how you present yourself in a new situation, is just the surface. The tip means the very top, a small visible part. But below the surface, the real depth of who you are, your resilience, your empathy, your ambitions, your quiet reserves means resources kept in store, not always on display. That's most of the iceberg, and it takes time and trust. Trust means belief in someone's reliability and honesty for people to see below the waterline. Waterline means the line where the water surface meets the iceberg, the boundary between visible and hidden.
Marco saw below my waterline within about 3 months of living together. Priya took longer. She's more reserved herself, so she waited. Waited means gave it time until she could trust what she was seeing.
And the best relationships, personal and professional, are the ones where people get to see the whole iceberg.
Not just the tip.
Now, expressions for describing personality. First, I tend to. We've used this before. It means usually or generally, and it's perfect for personality because it shows self-awareness. Self-awareness means understanding your own character and tendencies without sounding absolute. Absolute means completely fixed with no exceptions.
I tend to think before I speak, sometimes too much. Or I tend to be quite empathetic. I pick up on means notice and become aware of other people's emotions easily.
Next, I've always been. This connects your present personality to your past, showing continuity. Continuity means consistency over time.
I've always been quite ambitious. Even as a kid, I always wanted to do things properly. Properly means correctly and completely, to the right standard. Or, I've always been more reserved in new situations, but I warm up. Warm up means gradually become more relaxed and comfortable, quickly.
Next, people would describe me as. This is useful because it creates a slight distance. Slight distance means a small separation from the description, as if you're reporting. Reporting means saying what others have observed, rather than boasting. Boasting means talking too proudly about yourself.
People would describe me as reliable. Reliable means consistently dependable, always doing what you say you'll do, and probably a bit intense. Intense means having very strong feelings or focus, sometimes.
Next, I'm the kinds of person who. This is one of the most natural expressions for describing personality in English. It's specific and storytelling in its quality.
I'm the kind of person who remembers small details about people, what they mentioned in passing. In passing means said briefly without making it the main point, weeks ago. Or, I'm the kind of person who needs to finish one thing completely before starting the next.
And one more. I wouldn't say I'm, but I am. This is perfect for nuanced. Nuanced means having subtle differences and complexity. Self-description. It acknowledges means recognizes honestly, that you don't fit a simple category.
I wouldn't say I'm outgoing, but I am genuinely interested in people. I just need time to recharge. Recharge means restore your energy afterwards. That's me, completely.
Now, common mistakes. First, wrong. I am very extrovert. Correct version?
I'm very extroverted, or I'm an extrovert. Extrovert is the noun. Noun means a word for a person, place, or thing. Extroverted is the adjective. Adjective means a describing word. I'm an extrovert, or I'm very extroverted, not I am very extrovert.
Next, and this is a really important one, The difference between sympathetic and empathetic. These are false friends. They look related but mean different things.
Empathetic means you actually feel what someone else is feeling. You share their emotional experience. Emotional experience means what someone feels internally. Sympathetic means you acknowledge their difficulty, but from a distance. You don't necessarily share the feeling.
I'm so sorry you're going through that. Sympathetic. I completely understand how that feels. I've been there too. Empathetic. Both are kinds, but they're different.
Third, and this one is very common, the difference between sensible and sensitive, another false friends.
Sensible means practical and reasonable, making good decisions based on logic. Logic means rational thinking. She's very sensible. She always thinks things through before deciding. Sensitive means easily affected by emotions, your own or others, or physically responsive to things.
I'm quite sensitive. I feel things deeply, and I pick up on atmosphere. Atmosphere means the emotional mood of a situation, very quickly. That's sensitivity, not sensibility. Sensibility means the ability to appreciate and respond to complex emotional or aesthetic things, which is a different and more literary word. Literary means relating to literature and writing.
So, sensible means practical. Sensitive means emotionally responsive. Very different. Very commonly confused.
Before the quiz, something to everyone listening. Describing your personality in another language is one of the hardest things you can do because personality is so deeply personal, so tied to means connected to, linked with, your history, your culture, your first language. And sometimes the English words don't map perfectly means correspond exactly, onto who you are. That's okay. Language isn't a perfect translation of identity. Identity means who you are at your core. It's an approximation. Approximation means a version that is close but not exact. And the more words you have, the closer the approximation gets. Today, you have 5 more words and 5 more expressions. That's 5 more ways to be seen, really seen, in English. The personality test called me an extrovert. Marco called me an ambivert. I'd say I'm the kind of person who is deeply interested in people, but needs time alone to process. Process means think through and make sense of what he experiences. I'm outgoing in small groups, reserved in large ones, ambitious quietly, empathetic constantly, and more resilient than I used to be.
That's a much better answer than extrovert or introvert.
It took 24 episodes to get here, but here we are.
Quiz time. Ready?
Ready.
Number 1. Comfortable and enthusiastic in social situations. What's the word?
Outgoing.
Number 2. Preferring privacy and quiet. Thoughtful about what you share. What's the word?
Reserved.
Number 3. Having a strong desire to achieve something significant. What's the word?
Ambitious.
Number 4. Able to understand and share the feelings of another person. What's the word?
Empathetic.
Number 5. Able to recover quickly from difficulties and adapt to challenges. What's the word?
Resilient.
Number 6. You want to describe a tendency without sounding absolute. You say,
I tend to, and then the behavior. I tend to be quite reserved in new situations.
Number 7. You want to describe yourself without sounding like you're boasting. You say,
People would describe me as, and then the quality. People would describe me as reliable and probably a bit intense.
Number 8. Wrong. I am very extrovert. Correct version?
I'm very extroverted, or I'm an extrovert. Extroverted is the adjective, extrovert is the noun.
Number 9. What's the difference between sympathetic and empathetic?
Sympathetic means feeling sorry for someone from a distance. Empathetic means actually sharing their emotional experience, feeling what they feel. Both are kind, but empathetic goes deeper.
And number 10, the final question. Marco sits down with Sam and says, "Describe your personality to me, not in one word, in real English, all of it." Using today's vocabulary and expressions, what does Sam say?
Okay. I tend to be reserved when I first meet people. I'm not shy, I just take time to open up. I've always been ambitious, not loudly, but consistently. I'm the kind of person who feels things deeply and picks up on other people's emotions easily. I think that makes me pretty empathetic. I wouldn't say I'm outgoing, but I am genuinely interested in people once I trust them. And I've become more resilient over the years. Things that used to knock me down don't anymore. People would probably describe me as quiet but reliable, intense sometimes, caring. Caring means showing genuine concern and warmth for others, always. Below the waterline, there's a lot more, but that's the iceberg for now.
That's the iceberg, for now. Sam, that was perfect.
It only took me 24 episodes to find those words. Better late than never.
Shadowing time. Say these out loud. Outgoing.
Outgoing.
Slowly. Out. Go. Ing. She's incredibly outgoing. She makes everyone feel welcome.
Jake is the most outgoing person I know. Outgoing. Comfortable and enthusiastic in social situations. Energy that flows toward people.
Reserved. He's quite reserved at first, but incredibly warm once you know him. I'm more reserved in large groups. I prefer smaller conversations.
Reserved. Thoughtful. Private. Selective. Not cold, just careful about what you share and with whom.
Ambitious. She's incredibly ambitious. She always knows where she's going. I've always been ambitious. I just want to keep growing.
Ambitious. Drive. Direction. The quiet determination. Determination means firm commitment to achieving something. To keep moving forward.
Empathetic. She's so empathetic. She always knows what you need. I tend to be quite empathetic. I feel other people's emotions easily.
Empathetic. Feeling with people, not just for them. The whole iceberg, theirs and yours, meeting.
Resilient. She's incredibly resilient. She always finds a way through. I've become more resilient. Things that used to knock me down don't anymore.
Resilient. A tree in the wind. Bendable, not breakable. Always finding the way back.
Come back and say these out loud again. Pause, rewind, repeat, and then try describing yourself in English using today's words out loud, even if nobody's listening, especially if nobody's listening. You know what I find most beautiful about personality vocabulary? It gives you the language to be seen accurately. Accurately means in a way that truly reflects reality by others, and sometimes to see yourself more clearly, too. The right word can feel like recognition. Recognition means the feeling of being known and understood. Oh, that's what I am. That's what I've always been. And now I have the word for it.
Empathetic. That word hit me like recognition. I've always been this way. I just didn't have the English for it.
Now you do.
Now I do.
Now, tell us in the comments, which of today's 5 words describes you best? Outgoing, reserved, ambitious, empathetic, or resilient? And why? We want to know. We read every single comment.
And if this episode helped you see yourself a little more clearly, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who deserves better words for who they are. Also, our last episode was all about describing your family in English. Dynamic, close-knit, bond. A really warm one. Link is right there.
See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye. And Marco, you called me an ambivert and accidentally started this whole episode. Thank you. Also, you were right, as usual. Don't make it weird.
See you tomorrow.